All right, back at it again. How many people want to be entrepreneurs? How many people want to be the independent contractor, the independent employee worker? Where you handle your accounting, you handle how much you pay into the government, and so forth. Have to have a say as what a lot of people tend to think. If you have gold or you have silver, you have bronze, you have power to legislate. Soviet, it is totally different. Just because you're rich doesn't mean you have a say in what happens. Back in, what was it? 1930. You see how the world wars started and whatnot. And technically, the Soviets stayed out of that war. World War One, it was told the United States or the U.S. or America, actually, at that point in time, don't cross our borders. Don't cross into our land. You cross into our land, we'll send our military down. We'll annihilate you. Even your women, your children, and the males. Very hard stance. In the sense of, when it comes to us, we'll show you what the end of your life looks like. I won't be worried about the end of the life part. I'd be worried about the warehouse part. Where they keep you sedated and whatnot so that you become their little bitch on a bed. Germany and Soviets, they have a problem with that. They like to keep certain things. Especially if it ain't alive or if it is alive. Now back to the state of business. I always told people every time a year clicks by, you're spending anywhere from $50,000 to $555 million on the military. That's just to keep it working. That's not actually fighting to go to war, as they say. So with that, how does that relate to business? Now, one, I can tell you right now, the stock market's not booming at 28,000, and it's not a good thing. It's not in the green; it's in the red. That's why buying from you is buying the business out from the country. That's why the factories are allowed to leave without anyone saying anything. Two ways to fight a war: legally, physically, and the third one is to come in and say, well, because they're not necessarily uneducated or undereducated, for the ones who don't know how to and how a country functions and how the stock market is just there to tell you how much of anything you have. So if I were to itemize everything right now, roughly, I'd say, okay, I got four pairs of pants, or four single pants, which is correct. Pair would be two, which would mean I'm actually lying. So the idea there, with that, on the stock market, it would say my name, and I'd have four single pair of pants by non-pair. Understand now? It's not actually a stock market to invest. Unless you're planning to be the thief that's honest. And if that's true, then technically, whatever name you're floating under that of the users and the login, we can take all your money legally. Now, legally, a country goes into red, you want to say something. But if you're in the act of war, you don't have to say anything. And all those legal laws, well, just go to the side. They're no longer effective. They're no longer legal. You can't run into a court, even though the court may uphold it. It's in the wrong to justify it. So that's how we make judges and employees of the government criminals. Well, technically, you guys did that on your own, so be a thumbs up for you, huh? With that being said, that means your military sitting over there in Syria can be arrested. You can't have criminals leading the country, right, Trump? Your court, or should I say the trial statement you made. And the barbarism that you married your wife and your daughter. And hopefully you didn't, the 2 kids that are male. So, but that's the funny thing, isn't it? So you never have kids if you're going to have a large business. You may have a girlfriend, but you may not ever have a wife. Someone who is serious about business, not necessarily mouthing off to another person, because you see there it is with a country heading it straight down to the bottom. How many people like GE, so does England, Indonesia, and China. So am I scared? No. Here's a question you need to ask yourself, Trump. Do you really need the nail clippers to survive 1984? Because if you can't live without everything you have, even clothes, what you kind of need them. In the sense of clothes, not for your own respect, but in the sense of surviving. Not feeling everything dangle, as the girls like to say. But if you can't survive being butt nude, then you got a problem, guaranteed. You'll be the first one out of any group that would need to survive. Hold that thought for a second.